Justin coming at you again with part two on the Xbox with that had the e73 and e74 error. So it's all cooled down now. Before I get into the video, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you like the video, make sure you click on the thumbs up. Also click on the bell down below so you get new upcoming videos and notifications. I hope everybody's having a good day, and let's get this Xbox working. So, CPU comp down here and try not to put too much on there. Just the right exact amount. Put too much in, won't transfer the heat properly. So, alright. Tools. Alright. So this. Spread it all out nicely. Spreading out the CPU compound, you guys. Making sure the thermal paste is perfect. Good enough where it's not going to have I'm just going to, if I get any kind of CPU grease around the chip itself, I'm just going to try and this one. Get a little bit right here so it doesn't end up dripping down onto the board. Alright, so here's what the GPU looks like so far. Okay, looks all nice and spread out. Just gonna oh, whoops. One thing to watch when you're doing this. Try not to put your finger accidentally in the grease, so I gotta respread that. It's still okay. I'll show you guys where I'm at here. So the way it is pretty good. So you can see we got the grease real nicely there. So now we want to flip our chassis back over like that. Put our heat sinks back in place. And our X clamps back in. Make sure they go back on nicely. Oh. So our heat sinks are back on. X clamps are back in place. It's time to reassemble this whole Xbox. So pretty much what I'm doing is just a reverse of what I did before. So I'm putting it back together instead of taking it apart. I'm reassembling it. Okay, getting rid of the serial number thing because I'm certain is the wrong one. So what I mean by the serial number thing is what was right here. It had the wrong one there, guaranteed. But the board and all that was right and everything. So just gonna have a look at something here. Yeah, no, that's right. Okay, that's all good. So serial number underneath here, underneath the chassis. This serial number right here, that one's correct, but the one that was right here is wrong. So that's why I peeled it off. So this chassis, so what happened is that little tag that I peeled off, the original one was peeled off, and then I went and put that one that I just peeled off. I went and put the so this tag that was originally here, the original one that was here was missing when I got the system, when I first opened it up. But then I put one of my own serial number tags on here so it'll look nicer. So all I did is I just took it right off because it might as well be gone, especially when it's the wrong one, because if you go to format the system with that serial number that was there, it won't work because it has to be the right serial number. So it's all good though. So I'm just thinking what I want to do for assembly. Put the RF module back in, just like a USB cable, almost like a USB with plugging in. Same idea, plug in the fan. It's actually quite easy reassembling an Xbox 360. Back to its original state that it was originally in before it was ever taken apart. So now I want to level out my RF module so it'll click properly. The three small T8 screws in. Okay, you bugger, I see what's going on. It's try and get so it's in the right area so it doesn't so make sure also that you don't strip out any of the screws. That's the last thing you want to do. Okay, put the little RF front piece in. So this is now what the console looks like without the DVD drive. The cables are right in the side here, so I have those two cables plugged back in. I have the screws in and this piece back on. So before I go and put the drive back in, I like to flip it over, upside down, and let's put in, I'll start with the heatsink screws just because. So we'll get the drive, this drive, put it right there. Right there. Yep. Got some of that white grease on the table from the heatsink. It's okay though. Oh. Alright, so we need the little black heatsink screws. So I'm gonna put all right here. I don't like to do the X-Clamp mod kits because that really actually causes way more harm to the console than doing a proper reflow or something like that. And I do make it sure it's in there fairly well. The last thing I need to do is have those screws loosen off, right? So hopefully I don't experience a 3 red ring of death when I go turn this thing on, because if it does, well, then I'm stuck without an Xbox for a while, which is okay. I can use my DVD player and whatever else to watch films on. I mean, you can use the X-Clamp repair kit, just don't torque the heck out of the heat sinks, because if you do that, well, all I can say is good luck, because you most likely just destroyed the board. So I like to keep the Xboxes as original as possible. So if they are modded, I unmod them. Unless it's like a software mod or something like that, where they change the firmware and everything on the DVD drive and the main board to where it could play burn games, and also where it can play all the original Xbox games. Then I'll leave that alone. But yeah, anyway, I got all the T8 screws done, as you can see. They're all back in here. All those little black screws are back in place. So now I gotta put in the little short brass screws. And then we can be on our way of putting this entire system back together. So another thing I remember is the DVD drive had problems, a little bit of problems. So what would happen is, unless you leave a disc in it all the time, it would just get stuck, and you'd have to hit the side of the system to get it to open. So that's not really that good at all. So I believe this one's belt or something like that is a little loose. You know, all the logic board screws that holds that all in. So, I have this little fly. Get out of here. I have this little fly buzzing around me. Kind of annoying after a while when that happens. So we're getting closer and closer and closer, you guys. So we're almost there. I'm hoping this thing turns on green. You guys will be able to experience it boot up for the first time after repairing it here. I'm gonna bring the camera over and let you guys see it boot up, if it's gonna boot. We'll see. So now, as you can see, all these screws are back in all the way around there, and we just don't have our case screws in. So that disk drive, even though disk drive likes to get stuck sometimes, which is okay. I just need the disk drive. All my games and stuff are digital downloads, so the disk drive's there so I can format hard drives if I really want to, or if I have to update the system, then I can update it. Because you can't update a system without the actual disk drive, which is one of the catches with Microsoft's Xbox 360 system that I found out that you can't update the systems when they don't have their disk drives in them, which is annoying, very annoying, but that's just the way it is. Alright, so there's the little eject buttons back in place and clicking. So now we're going to put the 6 long screws back in, these big guys, and put the console together and test it. So when I test it, I'm going to switch around to the other cameras, to the rear camera instead of the selfie that I have it set on right now. Hopefully this console works. If it doesn't, well, it's gonna have a little bit of issues. So I'm just putting all the screws back in. Try not to over tighten the screws. Oof. This one I'm just gonna have to watch the Alright, so now I put the screwdriver off to the side, go like that. I'm gonna, now it's gonna sound like it's breaking, but it's not. That's just the clips going back in place. Alright, our side panel. Flip it over. Our other side panel needs to go back in. And then our face plate needs to go back on. Nicely clicked. Clicked. And clicked. Alright, so I'm going to come around to the other side and grab the camera, you guys. See if it works. That's what I'll do. Set you guys up here. Oops. What I need to do is down here like that. Sorry about that controller, man. It's See that? There we go. And bring this up just a little bit here. So you can actually see the TV right there. So the TV's right there. You guys will be able to see me hooking up the thing. You can see the TV right there. So if it comes on, I'll show you the full TV here. Alright, you guys can see me? Yep. So here's the console. So I'm just gonna grab my controller. If I can get it. There we go. Controller's plugged in now to here. My Xbox Live hard drive. There we go. And in the back here, I got HDMI cable, internet cable, and finally, last but not least, way in the back, I don't know if you guys can see that, with my other hand right here, power cable. It's all plugged in, so I put my console on the side here. So I'll come and grab you guys so you can see it. Make sure everything's still plugged in nicely and firmly. The internet cable's trying to be a pain. There we go. Bear with me, you guys. I'll be right with you shortly. I know you can see me here. Alright, so I'm gonna grab you guys. And now is where I'm gonna switch the camera. There we go. As you can see, there's the Xbox. There's the television set. So I'm gonna turn the TV on now. Okay, so TV is on. We'll wait till it says no signal. Alright, give it a moment here. There's a console, it's not on yet. Should say no signal pretty quick. Come on. There we go, no signal. Alright, here it is. Let's see what she does. There's a TV, it's still... What do we get? Yay, look at that! It's working. Look at this. Check that out. Console's on. There's the screen, all running really well. There's the console, synced up. Alright guys, so now I just showed you it running and everything. I just thought it would be a good idea for you guys to see it running, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and you all have a good one.